Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Ashley. Hey guys, and welcome to a weekend reading vlog. Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. I started making booktube videos in January of 2020, right before the pandemic hit. I had discovered the niche of booktube only months prior. I had started watching some particularly YA fantasy readers making videos, and I was enamored. The idea of having this community of people who thought like you did or enjoyed the same things you did, all doing a hobby and talking about things that they loved, was an amazing feeling. So I broke out my phone, I downloaded a free editing software, and filmed my first video. I continued making booktube videos for the next 3 years. I did your typical reading vlogs, wrap-ups, recent reads, tag videos, everything to do with books. I was desperate to build a community and find friends. I wanted people who would look out for my videos every week, catch up with me on social media, and I could do the same, and we could have this connection. By the end of 2022, I was severely burnt out. On reading specifically, but on content in general. Burnout is a concept that has only been discussed recently in the book sphere, but for me, it's this feeling of soullessness, this ultimate boredom and apathy towards this thing you love. And even though you're getting no joy from this thing that used to fulfill you, you continue to do it because you tell yourself, this next book I read is going to make me love books again, or this reading vlog is going to make me love my content again. But it doesn't. The turning point for me was my PMDD diagnosis in February of 2023. Once I found this diagnosis and realized how misunderstood and overlooked this depressive disorder is, I felt an overwhelming desire to share my struggles with people who had been with me from the beginning, or new people who were struggling like I was and needed the words to say it. Once this revelation hit me, I realized I was feeling suffocated by booktube, or what I perceived booktube content to be. I realized I had been diminishing my content to the books I was reading, and if I wasn't reading or didn't have these well thought out thoughts, I wasn't worth the time, because who is going to watch me if I'm not reading? Booktube is an amazing community of people who love the same things, who have very strong opinions about what they love, strong and so caring, and they come together when they need to, and they are a community that does everything to protect the people in their community and make sure that their community is a loving place. But it also is very small. I thought my content had to be this unending list of Goodreads recommendations, but with a face on it. I felt like I was only as good as the next popular dark romance book that I could recommend, or my next popular reading vlog. And I got to a point where I was feeling completely out of my element. I was not enjoying any of the books that I was reading, books that I probably would have loved if I loved reading as much as I did, and I knew that I needed to take a break. In December, I decided to do Vlogmas, and I think that was really my tipping point. And burnout is something that a lot of creators in the book sphere have been talking about recently, and I think this is a pretty universal truth amongst the creators in our community, because we want to express ourselves and be accepted and loved for all of the parts of us, not just the books that we are reading. And there's something about making content in general about one specific thing that makes you feel like your only worth is that thing. And with my PMDD diagnosis and this feeling that I had that I wanted to talk about other avenues of my life, I knew that the book content and only talking about books, and that was not fulfilling for me anymore. That's not what I wanted my art or my films or anything that I was doing to be anymore. So I decided to open myself up to being a lifestyle creator that also reads. Books are just a part of me, they're not all of me. And I knew that this was going to be a tough process, as talking about mental health and pretty personal things is on the internet. You're opening yourself up to opinions and criticisms, and the fear of not being accepted or not being cared about is always there, but I knew that if I wanted this thing that I love, that is video making and editing, the creating process, to continue and be a long-standing part of my life, that I needed to make a change. I knew that I would eventually find the audience that was for my content, and that is why I decided to stop making book-only videos. Now, that doesn't mean that I won't make book-only videos. In fact, I have several book videos planned for the coming weeks into the rest of the year. And if you have been watching my recent videos, you will know that I still pretty heavily talk about reading, but that's not all that I am, and that's not all that my content is, and that's not the identity of my content. Some videos I might talk about reading very little, sometimes I might not read that much, but I am coming to accept that no vlog is perfect, no video is perfect, but they're all worthy, and reading is just a part of me, it's not all of me. Feeling a lot more fulfilled and happy with my content, and I'm hoping that that resonates. You can watch my videos that I've been putting out recently, and you can feel the the happiness and the joy that I get from making them and the peace that I have found with making them. I still love the book community very much, and I still love reading, obviously, very much, but this was a needed transition for me to feel more fulfilled in general with this thing that I love, this hobby that I have, that I've been doing for so long. So there's definitely not any drama with the book community. I still love everybody in the book community. I still respect everybody that makes book content and does the amazing content that they do. That's just not for me anymore, and I'm happy to move on and let those really great creators keep doing what they're doing. So that's it. I kind of had a script going in, and then I went off board, but I hope this makes sense. And for the people that have stuck around with me after this transition, I've talked briefly about it in other videos, but if you have stuck around, I really appreciate it so much, and I hope that you enjoy this journey that me and this content and this channel are going on. So that's gonna be it. Let's talk down below about it. I would love to hear your guys' opinion. And thank you so much for watching. You can find me on Instagram and Goodreads. I still do update my Goodreads. You can subscribe if you're looking for more like lifestyle, vlog, slow content. That's what I'm focusing on. And I will catch you guys in my next one.